So what do you think about after the big warning last month and the concerns about the graphics chips and gaming trends and so much else? How is Nvidia set up now?
After January's pre-announcement, people were just coming into this call hoping not to hear more bad news, and I think Nvidia provided a fairly optimistic guidance for the full year, which is why the stock is up in the pre.
Is it too optimistic?
It is slightly optimistic. We've seen some of and I read a few reports coming in before this morning, and a lot of the sell-side folks are a bit skeptical because they're basically guiding down to 30% revenue decline in the first quarter. But they're guiding to roughly a flat year. So that basically they're saying in the second half we're going to have an inflection.
That's a huge decline to be coming off of. What's going to drive that inflection?
They're saying basically gaming is going to be much more stronger in the second half, and data centers is going to, there are customers which took a pause in spending in last quarter, going to start coming back in. And we really haven't seen them decelerate in data centers since pretty much the business started.
So we'll put that aside for a second, but on the gaming point, are they, when we say that Fortnite, you know, look at the stocks of the video game companies, they're down 30–40% because of the Fortnite effect from last year.
Yeah. Now
EA is out with a new game, Apex, another multiplayer, you know, free-to-play.
You're on top of it.
You're all over it. My question is that what's going to drive the gaming rebound, or are they geared more to the $60 games that you buy from these companies versus the multiplayer battle royales?
Here's the good thing about Nvidia's gaming business. While the 4 major game publishers are fighting it out in this sort of zero-sum game, and if I buy your game or if I play Fortnite, I'm not playing the other person's game. No matter whose game you're buying, you have to run it on hardware. And hardware, you're basically 2 options. You're Nvidia or AMD. And Nvidia has been pretty strong for the last 3 years. So they're not tied to this whole gaming software sell-off that happened last year, 30%.
So why did they cite it in that warning?
Demand in China, like their macro picture was also very weak, just like Apple. And also, they came out with very high-end gaming graphics cards last quarter, but they did not come out with mid-end graphics cards, which is what most of the sales is. And that hurt them. Now, they've come out with that recently, so they expect that to rebound because now they have basically things everywhere.
So they think this inflection point in gaming is going to be driven by a rebound in China?
A rebound in their more affordable product lines, as well as hopefully better macro picture out of China. They were very cautious on their call. They were asked many times, well, how are you going to see the second half acceleration? Where do you get that from? And Jensen pretty much said, you know, we'll see quarter by quarter and give you guys updates. So he had a cautious cast.
Can I ask about crypto? How much do you think that's weighing on all this?
A lot. I mean, if you look at the chart, the gaming revenues pretty much fell by like 50%. And
right.
we don't see that even in semiconductors. You don't just fall 50% intra-quarter. They basically didn't sell any new cards into the channel because it was stuffed with crypto buyers that haven't offloaded their inventory.
And what about the data center before we go? What are the issues there? Because Intel also had some weakness.
Yeah, they did. So the data center, that's been just a rocket ship all along, and they had the first sequential decline. And what they said is some major customers didn't close the deal in the last quarter. Broad-based cautiousness in how they spend. If this China thing gets sorted out, I think definitely we could help with that. But long term, I think it's important to look at the picture that kind of the Intel side, the CPUs, which is how most enterprises have gotten performance up to this point, that has stopped growing. That's stopped getting better. And NVIDIA GPUs are kind of the only way you can get a lot of performance without spending a lot of money. So long term, we think that could be a $30 billion market, and NVIDIA is only at $3 billion today.